I will give you what you want.
The bell! Let me have some.
Round one.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Tries to turn up the pressure with an overdrive projectile. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? The impact gets blocked. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Solid throw tag. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Combo with the target combo. Taking stock. Goes for the super art? Perfect time to spend the meter. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Jumps in. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Stops him with a target combo. That's some big hits him with a stop and block. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. A trade, but they're not worried. Going in? They're going for the super art? Not much life difference. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. Awesome! Knocked them out of the air. Player 1 in there. Player 2 faced the giant and walked away unscathed. What a win! Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. We are here in the first round. Which one of them will let their fists do the talking? Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Next up, the impact gets blocked. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Sees it coming with a super art connect. Takes a trip. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity.
Not done yet.
The super armor does its job. Going in, goes for the super art. Still slugging, gets him. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jump in. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Reacts to the throw. Throws him. What's next? Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. A quick breather. Connects with the throw. Genius read with that throw escape. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to see ends the meter, hoping for a good return? What'll be the plan? There's a burnout. What are they gonna do? Ooh, what a smart throw. Okay, here we go. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Raw super hard incoming. That was the highest if I've ever seen. Player 2 faced the giant and walked away unscathed. What a win! They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Where you go? Got a ton of damage off that opening. Can they do it again? All that grinding and training mode paid off. Look at the optimal damage on that combo. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Player 2 creates a good, brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Player 2 KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Take this! Player 2 was kept on their toes all round, didn't utilize their drive gauge efficiently. You may see them pay a bit more attention to that as we head into the next round. Risky up-close scraps still going. Both fighters are working with empty burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Jump. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Jumps up, throws him. Oh, here we go. Oh my God, what a throw tech. Drops him from the air. Connects with the throw. Oh, yo. Super here. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Not there anyone. Closes it out. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Round 1.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Rising uppercut. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. The impact gets blocked. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Had the radar up and running. Brushes off the impact. The super armor does its job. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Just goes for it in there. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The throw whiffs. Burns the drive gauge. Player 2 spent the super art to take the last round, but how will they handle the meter deficit? Well-timed corner switch. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? They exchange blows. Hits them with a stop and block. Burnout activates. Going in? Player 2 will have to just goes for it at this range. What'll happen here? Player 1 all in with a rush. Side switch. What's next? Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive. Will this super art do anything? Has the Vulcan blast sealed the deal? Wrecks them. What a finish! Player 2 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Reacts to the throw. Sees it coming and blocks it out. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're gonna eat tons of damage. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even life. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Drive gauge finally recovers. This is gonna be bad news. The fighters, will this super art connect? The super doesn't hit. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Oh, they're in there. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jumps in. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player 1 has the meter lead. One experiencing burnout. What's the next move? Hits him with a stop and pop. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Jumps. Gotcha. The impact doesn't do anything. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 2, burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Stand still. Opts to continue the attack with the drop. The super doesn't hit. Experiencing burnout. Jumps up. Ooh, what a smart throw. A quick breather. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Uses their drive gauge. Doing some quick planning. Fires a blast. So, what's next? Gotta do better than that. Impact squashed. Connects with the throw. Going in, critical. What's gonna happen? Turns out. Player 2 can't anti-air in this punch. Who's gonna take it? Wraps it up with a throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a jump in. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Oh, says no to the impact. That feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. Peppers him with a Psycho Blitz. This can lead to some big damage. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Throws him. What's next? Holy! Nothing stops this train. Player 2 links it. Carries them all the way to the corner in one go. Flatlines them. That was catch as catch can as you're gonna get in a fight. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Blocks the impact. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. No good up high. Throws him down. Player 2 has the life lead.
Not done yet.
Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout, reads their mind and texts the throw. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. And the throw ends the round. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Had the radar up and running. Grabs him. Big counter. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Racer hit. We're going to see it rain. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Flushes that off and keeps going. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 2 holding on to that corner finishes with the throw. Player 2 played with a lot of heart to pull off a tremendous win. Definitely one to watch. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The jump in catches them. Tries to bait him with the projectile. No good up high. Blocks the jump in. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. In a dire situation. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Grabs him. The throw whip. KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Brushes off the impact. Big counter. Blocks the impact. That's a counter. Player 2 can't. Burnout activates. Breaks the block with a OD cycle uppercut. Puts them on the rope. A quick breather. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Still scrapping for control of the stage. Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? This can lead to some big damage. Looking to impress with this super. Nails the erasure. And this is going to do big damage and create some space. And on connects with the throw. Poses him. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so damn blinking. Flatlines him. Player 2 made all the right moves. And this experience is only gonna make them stronger. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. That's a counter. Awesome. Was looking for that jump attack. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Player 2 is in, tagging on a super art kit to turn up the heat. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Combo with the target combo. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. takes a trip. Each hit is so important here. Player one comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player one with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Buckles in, sees it coming and blocks it out. Early round decisions are so important. Experiencing burnout. All right, what's coming up next? Player two needs to deal with this burnout. Decides to meet them in the air. Player two, they're going for the super art? Going in? Player two might have just shifted this round into high gear. Time to reassess the situation? Awesome! Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Genius read. They just won't stop switching sides. The throw connects. Both fighters planning something? Knocked them out of the air. Turning it right up with the closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Crowns them from above. Who will come out on top in this final round? Finds the target, willing to risk it for the overdrive. Player two is on the turns out. Here comes the corner pressure. This can lead to some big damage. Player two reads the jump in perfectly. Oh, kisses the fireball. Player two faced the giant and walked away unscathed. What a win! It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Anti-air drops him. Brushes that off and keeps going. Burnout is triggered. Player two has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Both fighters have completely emptied out their drive gauge and are in burnout state. Not a lot of patience on show here today. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. All right, what's coming up next? Big counter. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Taking stock. In there! Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? They're going for the super art. Eraser hit. We're gonna see it rain. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Player one managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. We have a super art on deck. Brushes that off and keeps going. Experiencing burnout. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Jumps in. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Player one will need to use their meter here wisely. KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, look, hits the drive. Brushes that off and keeps going. Goes to the air. Both players look for something. Ooh. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Links it. Steals the ring kick, turning it right up with a super. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. The super connects. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Wraps it up with a throw. That was catches chest hand as you're gonna get in a fight. I don't even think they care that others called next. We're getting back into it. Brushes that off and keeps going. Sticks the combo. Neither of them willing to back off. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. A clutch drive move here can close out this round, but he hits him with a stop and pop. Uses the drive rush here, bends the meter, wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Dashes forward. Oh, burnout triggered. Gets the combo.
I never miss.
Goes for the rush. Experiencing burnout. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Jumps?
Gotcha.
Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. A real test of nerves here. Adds a bit of OD spice. That was a well-placed projectile. Player 2 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Parries the projectile. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. No good up high. Oh! They can open up this round big by converting this punish counter. Strings it all together. Throws them to negate the block. All right, what's coming up next? You hold your breath. Canceling each other out. These fighters are in sync. Projectile to try and change the situation. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Knockdown. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Spends the gauge on the drive rush. It's a good spot to use the super. Player 2 will need to do a better job of utilizing their drive gauge if they want a different result than last round. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Taking stock. Goes for the rush. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Near empty drive gauges will greatly affect both players. They're going for the super art? Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with brushes that off and keeps going. This can lead to some big damage. Life lead is there. Turning it right up with the that's how you close it out. What a beast! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Opens with a jump in. Rising uppercut. Solid anti-air. Gotta do better than that. We're just getting started here. Cool, take control. Hits him with a stop and pop. Hits that with confidence. All in with a rush. Throws him. Player 1 is in first. There's a drive impact. Links it. And they burn out in sync. Checks with a sandblast. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Checking with the fire. Will this super art do anything? Excellent read. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Fires a blast. Player 1 can't win this without pulling the trigger. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Dangerous range here. What a finish! Player 2 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Get ready! Time to hustle! Can't tech the throw. Player 1 chases them down. Those aren't working here. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, burnout on both sides? Checks him with the projectile. Knockdown. Frozen. What's next? Are we gonna see a comeback here? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Gets the counter hit throw. Takes a trip. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. This is a prime opportunity to end things, but they decide to play it safe. Player 1 needs the KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Uses the target combo as a filler. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. What's the next move? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Throws them. How long can this event KO? Player 1 took no time to finish that fight.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Knockdown. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Oh! They can open up this round big by converting this punishment. Nice! Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Risky up-close scrap still going. How will they manage their drive gauges? Sandblast! Player 1 is burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Not much life difference. Jumps up. Blocks. Oh my, the throw tag. They're going for the super art. Uses the gauge for a super art. Spends all that gauge for a one-way trip to the chamber. And looking to deal some psycho damage here. Good presence of mind, but oh my god, they just choked it up. Hits that with confidence. Links it. They gotta more fuel to the fire. That's how you close it out. What a beast. Player 2 made all the right moves. And this experience is only gonna make them stronger. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Big counter. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Oh, easy tech. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Does a good job of pushing back. They block the overhead and this is a real back and forth match this scene. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Heats it up with a combo into super. Sticks the combo. Knockdown takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 2 in trouble with no drive. Drive usage is back on the table. Knockout and the fighters return to the middle of the stage. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? That drive impact is blocked. Still very early in the round. That's some big juicy damage that brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Player 1 brushes that off and keeps going. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Up for the level 1 Vulcan Blast. Player 1, oh, burnout triggered. This can lead to some big damage. Player 1 has the deck stacked against them. Can they squeeze? Connects with the throw. Critical art now. Player 1 with the rip chisels them down. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Manages to block the jump-in attack. The impact doesn't do a smart play to stop the opponent there. blocks it. Oh, in with a rush. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Barely blocks the jump in. Looking to follow up, connects with the throw. What now? Jumps. Throws him. Getting up, drops him hard. Links it. Knew the throw was coming. This is gonna hurt. Spider turns out. Okay, here we go. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. They gotta dig down deep here. Both of them back off. Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? They don't have any leeway to make a mistake. Someone's gotta make a move. I called it! I called it! The super's blocked! Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Throw is denied. What a read! Ooh, put a little extra on that. They are done! Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Gotta do better than that. Jump, barely blocks the jump in. That's a counter. Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Takes the chance to hurt him. Throws out a projectile. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. The jump in is denied. The throw misses. That drive impact is blocked. Taking stock. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 2 bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Psycho cannon's activated. Let's see what they do now. Big super arc. They're going for the super KO. Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Anti-air drops. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Throws them to negate the block. Burnout activates. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Jumps. Player 1 has the chance to win the round if the punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Target combo in. Wow, sat and waited for this opening. Player 2 has depleted their drive game, but they are still. Will this super art do anything? The next punch, that was the highest if I've ever seen one. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. This is gonna hurt. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Wrecks them. And on the hunt. Nothing stops this train. Turns out. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we drive attack misses. All the throw connects. What's next? Reads the jump in perfectly. Noticeable life. Oh, yo! Raw super hit. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Got no hesitation or regret. Hits them with the head ass cubby. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. No one could have called that. Player 1 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Rising uppercut. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Brushes off the impact. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Strings it all together. Decides to meet them in the air. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 can't afford to hit with a super up connect. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Box him with a target combo. Rising uppercut. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Ah, burnout activates. Player 2 brushes that off and keeps going. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Just goes for it in this range. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 1 needs to use their SA gauge to their advantage here. Can they create and drops them hard? Jumps up. Player 2, they get the stun. This is KO. Who could have guessed how that match would have turned out? Not me.
Quiet. I hear voices.